This video is sponsored by the website builder Squarespace. With the weather changing, the fragrance seasons are also doing the same. Autumn fragrances are somewhere in between summer freshness and the intensity of winter scents. You're going to be focusing more on amber fragrance notes as well as some spices, the warmer notes in general. Sort of think of it as like Sauvage Eau de Parfum sits in between the freshness of Sauvage Eau de Toilette and Sauvage Elixir, which is a headache-inducing fragrance only for the winter time, in my opinion. These, in my opinion, in my collection and in the industry in general, are the top 20 best autumn fragrances for men right now. We're going to be covering 5 fragrances, 4 fragrances in each category, which are going to be your versatile dumb reach fragrances, your evening date night fragrances, your party/head turner fragrances, your work/office fragrances, and then finally 4 excellent cheap fragrances for the autumn time. Let's begin. In the versatile dumb reach category, I'm going to start off with Sauvage, but the Parfum concentration. This sits somewhere in between the Sauvage Eau de Toilette and Sauvage Eau de Parfum. Sauvage Eau de Parfum gets more of its warmth from its spices, such as the nutmeg in there, whilst the Parfum gets more of its warmth from the sandalwood. This is a sandalwood mandarin blue fragrance that is a really underrated concentration in the Sauvage line. The most natural, the most versatile, 8 to 10 hours longevity with a medium projection. This is a very classy, more sophisticated take on Sauvage. For me personally, this is my current favorite concentration of the Sauvage DNA, beating even Elixir. Dior Homme Intense. You can't have an autumn list without this fragrance. It's actually personally not my style, but objectively I still think this is a masterpiece. Most guys will love this for the autumn time. This is warm cocoa, amber. It has that intense romantic powdery iris that it's known for. Although I'll say I usually think of Dior Homme Intense as an evening romantic scent, I actually do think it can be your signature, your everyday scent in the cooler weather. It gives you that elegance, that sensitivity, that creativity into your aura that a lot of other fragrances can't match. So it's a great scent for that. It's got great longevity as well, as far as I can tell, even to this day. Xerjoff's Torino22, one of my favorite recent acquisitions. This is a very unique take on a warm weather scent, but I think it has enough warmth in there. Actually, it would work really well in the autumn time. It's got a very interesting matte note mixed with saffron in here. This smells bright, but at the same time warm and fuzzy. It has some ambery, woody notes in the base as well. This is a very unique fragrance because of that matte note. It's a very interesting tea that people drink in Argentina predominantly, and I'm really interested by the fact that they put this into a fragrance. Very classy, very smoothly blended, and I think this is better than Torino21 personally. But overall, for the autumn time, this is definitely better than Torino21. 21 is definitely more for the warm weather. This works as a spring, summer, and autumn scent, and I think for the autumn, this is a fantastic dumb reach signature everyday scent. I get 8 to 10 hours with a soft to medium projection. And lastly, I'm gonna go for Prada L'Homme Intense. One of my favorite designer fragrances of all time. Dark, intense, powdery iris, similar to Dior Homme Intense, but that's more romantic. This is a bit more elegant and more sharp, masculine. It has that leather note in here that makes it a bit more stand out, punching you in the face, but it's still very elegant. It's got that dark, intense powderiness from that iris that makes it just have so much more character than the original, in my opinion. I'm not the biggest Prada L'Homme fan, the original, although I know a lot of people love it. But if you want a signature, this is signature material right here for the cold weather, day and night. Wear this for 10 hours, medium projection. This is a fantastic performing fragrance as well. It smells niche in my opinion. In the year 2024, you do not want to look like an amateur. That's why we have today's sponsor, Squarespace, who are here to help you with the way you present yourself or your business through your websites. Squarespace helped us out in our journey of creating www.schoolofscent.com, where I was an absolute beginner and novice in creating websites. I wanted to look professional. I wanted an easy way to do so, and Squarespace helps you to do that exactly. They are a long-time sponsor of this channel, guys. I love them because they give you guys a free way to try out their website builder, where it's a click and drag system. You can use their templates to create websites where you have a blog, you're selling your merchandise, you're selling your services or booking appointments. Whatever your next project is, Squarespace is the best place to start it off from. It's the best foundation to go with. If you guys want to check out Squarespace and build the website of your dreams, click the link in the description down below or in the pinned comment. After using your 14-day free trial from the link down below, guys, you can then go ahead and make your first purchase using the discount code School of Scent at checkout to get 10% off. Thank you so much to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Let's continue. Let's go next with the work/office category. This category, you want inoffensive fragrances, but you want them to be a bit warm for the autumn time, but still have some character to be interesting to you. Jaipur Homme Eau de Parfum. This is a fantastic recent discovery for myself. It was a blind buy. This smells like a honeyed cinnamon lavender barbershop scent. That's how I would describe it. It's classical meets modern. Released in the 90s, but still smells timeless, smells very relevant today. A little bit more mature, but this is a fantastic lavender barbershop fougere that smells very clean, very magical, has this almost ethereal elegance to it, and lasts a really long time, around 10 hours with a medium projection, all for such a fantastic price. Actually, this could have been in the cheap category. Maybe I put it in the wrong category, but yes, like for the office, this will work really well. If you want to smell elegant, clean, upscaled, this is the scent to do it. 37.9% of people who watch School of Scent are subscribed to us. If you guys really want to see our channel grow, go ahead and click subscribe. Let's get that number to 40%. Thank you. Armani Code Parfum. This is my favorite from the Armani Code line in general, for versatility at least. This is a very versatile, clean tonka citrus with a bit of lavender, and then it's made really elegant with that touch of iris. It gives a hint of powderiness. Lasts 10 hours with a soft to medium projection. This is beginner perfumery done in a mature, sensible way that doesn't smell boring. So even though I'm a bit of a niche snob, I don't ever get bored of this fragrance. I really think they've just taken the original from 2004 or whatever, and made it just even more modern, more relevant. This is a fantastic recreation of the original. Terre Hermès de Parfum. I'm holding the Eau de Toilette here, but I recommend the Parfum. It's a more warm take on the original DNA, which has that dirty, earthy orange with that smoky vetiver in there, very masculine, piercing, distinct. The Eau de Toilette got reformulated. As far as I can tell, the Parfum still lasts a long time. It's a fantastic office scent, makes it smell mature, sophisticated, and it's just a masterclass in perfumery. One of the best creations ever done by Jean-Claude Ellena, of course. And lastly, Dior Homme Sport 2021. Fresh, handsome, clean, very safe, yet very massively blended, and lasts a long time as well, around 8 hours with medium projection. It smells like woody orange amber that doesn't have orange listed in the note breakdown, but that's what it smells like to me. And it smells a bit watery, it smells a bit sporty, but done in a very elegant way. Sort of like you be an elegant man in a suit in the office, and then maybe you go to the gym after your 6 p.m. finish from your important job. That's the kind of vibe I get from Dior Homme Sport 2021. One of the best recent releases from Dior. For the date, night, evening category, you want fragrances that are warm, not too intense for the autumn time, and aren't too loud because you don't want to be suffocating the other person whilst wearing these. Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Mal Le Parfum. My favorite fragrance from the brand in general, I think it's #1 from them currently. This takes the original, makes it more modern, longer lasting, a bit more romantic, a bit more mature, a beautiful combination of cardamom, lavender, vanilla, beautifully balanced with a hint of iris in here as well to make it multifaceted. It smells just very creative, artistic for a basic house like Jean-Paul Gaultier. I'm not gonna call them basic, that's a bit rude, but a mainstream house producing something like this really stands out from them. And I think, again, like Armani Code Parfum, this takes a classic and just does a fantastic job in recreating it. I get 10 hours with a medium projection. YSL's La Nuit de l'Homme Le Parfum. A really underrated flanker of the original that takes the romantic woody amber DNA with a bit of lavender that's very balanced, great for the autumn time, and just makes it a bit more sharp, bad boy-esque with this black pepper and fruit notes. So it's very playful but very bad boy forward. It's sort of like the Damon to the Stefan of Vampire Diaries. If you guys ever watched that show, I don't know how I'm making that reference, don't ask me guys, but yes, that is the kind of vibe you get with this. So if you want a playful bad boy-esque date night fragrance, perfect for the autumn time, try out Le Parfum. I get 6 hours with medium projection. Guerlain's Homme Idéal Extrême. Potentially my favorite flanker from the entire house. I know that is the new parfums, but Extreme just gets this beautiful balance of really interesting notes like cherry, almond. It smells a bit boozy. It has leather in here, tobacco, it has plum. So cherry isn't actually listed, but that's the kind of feeling I get from this phrase, like a cherry rum coke that's very romantic, smells of almonds, has really interesting notes. This is sort of like if Dolce & Gabbana, the one Eau de Parfum, became a bit more interesting. This has more complexity, but has that balance, that safety. It feels like a very safe date night fragrance that's very artistically creative. 6 hours with a soft to medium projection. And lastly, Maison Margiela's Jazz Club. It fits into a similar category of the one Eau de Parfum, L'Homme Idéal Extreme, and now this as well. Tobacco-based, spicy, boozy, warm, ambery, the perfect balance for the autumn time, not too intense, very easy to wear and very handsome. If you want to smell cool, artistic, creative, laid back, as if you are the kind of person who attends a jazz club in your evening nights out. This fragrance, of course, is perfect for that. 6 hours with a soft to medium projection. The head turner category. You want something here that's not too complex, not too cloying, but at the same time has a good amount of projection or has an interesting DNA to turn heads. Valentino Born in Roma Coral Fantasy. A simple red apple fruity, woody amber, musky fragrance. It smells very modern, almost bubblegum-esque, almost a little bit like Stronger With You, the original. That kind of modern DNA, those kind of molecules are used here. So it's very modern, very relevant, youthful, but I think older guys can wear it as well. It smells very playful. It lasts 6 hours in the medium projection, so it's not beastly, but it has versatility to make up for that. So you can use it in the other categories here as a casual scent. But I think as a head turner, because of how sexy this smells, this might be the best Valentino right now. In the Born in Roma line, I think definitely is really, I think, from what I've tried. So in the Born in Roma line, I definitely recommend Coral Fantasy. It's a standout for a reason. If you want more performance, go for Azzaro, the Most Wanted Parfum. This smells like a fruity, woody amber, again, kind of reminiscent of the Stronger With You DNA, but it has its own twist. The Most Wanted line kind of goes a bit more simplistic, it just smells beautiful. The Most Wanted, the original, the black bottle, was more of a playful toffee take on that kind of idea. This is a bit more romantic, but it's still loud, still lasts a really long time. So if you want a head turner that smells a bit romantic, playful as well, one of the sexiest designers out there right now, not overly complex, but complex enough to make you interested. I think this is a really great release. Hugo Boss Bottled Elixir. One of the best Elixir releases out there, really affordable, but beastly performance, 10 to 12 hours with a medium projection that, okay, it's not extremely loud, but it kind of stays there for a really long time. It doesn't come to a skin scent very quickly at all, which makes it head turner material in my opinion. This is if Dior Sauvage Elixir actually became handsome. Well, okay, no hate to you guys who love Dior Sauvage Elixir, but this is more easy to wear. Spicy, fuzzy, vanillic, a really beautiful vanilla-based signature. Some people say incense is in here. I don't really get that. I don't think this is smoky, for example. It just smells a little bit oriental maybe in general, but I think this is one of the best spicy head turner scents out there. So if you want a masculine, handsome, spicy scent, try this out. And lastly, my baby, Chanel's Coromandel. Potentially the best patchouli fragrance that exists, potentially. If you want to try patchouli in a really great way, this is how you do it. Patchouli is a dark, earthy, sweet note that smells a bit woody. It works with many notes in perfumery. It's one of the most commonly used materials out there, but here in Coromandel, it smells bright, elegant, more clean, mixed with really interesting notes like the citruses and the white chocolate in here. This is an elegant patchouli scent that smells natural, classical, and timeless at the same time. And it's in this category because it's super loud. It's like, well, I would say it's a medium to loud projecting fragrance with at least 10 hours longevity. But I just think it's one of the best fragrances ever made. It's a masterpiece in this blend. And I would say it smells very elegant, a little bit powdery. It does have a hint of iris in here. It's unisex, so it's not the most masculine head turner, but if you want to just smell like pure elegance for your head turner scent, Coromandel, one of the best from the private line as well, in my opinion. And lastly, the cheap category. For me, this category has to be suited for the autumn time and also underneath £40. I know with inflation, that price is going high now for a cheap category, but anything less than £40 fits in here. As we were talking about head turners, we got Moschino Toy Boy. So this could have been in the head turner category as well. This is a loud scent that smells very unique. It is a masculine pink pepper, spicy rose and muskiness underneath, a little bit green as well. This is a unique rose fragrance. Rose can be a challenging scent for some guys. I think it smells super juicy, super interesting, and actually really attractive. I think this has a high compliment factor. It's a kind of fragrance that's unisex, leaning a bit masculine. So it's for the kind of guys who don't mind not spending traditionally masculine, but it's still masculine in its own way, in my opinion. 30 ml is all you need for this fragrance. You can get that for around £30 these days, that 30 ml, because 2 sprays fills up a room. It's loud, 12 hours longevity. I think it works pretty much all year round actually, but I think for the autumn time, this really shines with this spiciness, with that warmth of the spices, as well as the rose in here as well. Afnan Turathi Brown. I'm wearing it today, actually, currently. This is a clone of YSL's Tuxedo, the very classical, spicy, rose, ambery, slightly dark patchouli scent that smells very romantic, handsome, seductive. It is unisex overall, but a lot of guys would say this needs a bit more masculine, that DNA. Although I don't think the original is worth its price tag. The classical clone of that scent, which I used to, or I still own actually, is Rochas Moustache Eau de Parfum. It used to be my main recommendation. 8 hours longevity with that clone with a soft projection. A lot of people might say that's not enough projection, or some more projection than that. In comes Tarathy Brown, which is a medium projecting fragrance, which seems to last around 10 hours, which is pretty fantastic. And it's what, 20 to 25 pounds, an absolute steal for the price. The opening I don't like the most in this fragrance. I kind of think it smells a bit cheap and harsh and synthetic, but then the fragrance just gets more and more beautiful with those woody ambers. It has a slight Middle Eastern twist to it. It's maybe 85 to 90% similar to Tuxedo. I think it's close enough. I kind of think it has its own twist, but I think for the price, this is an incredible one. It fixes that issue of not having enough projection from mustache. So this is a fantastic clone. Bentley Momentum Intense. This is a clone of the original CH Men, which was a green, sugary sweet, woody leather signature fragrance, which didn't even last that long. In comes the clone, which lasts longer than this, 8 to 10 hours, as opposed to the original's 4 to 6 hours. This has a medium projection. This is incredible for its price again. I used to actually own a bottle of this a few years back. I didn't actually appreciate it. Nowadays, I think this is a 10 out of 10. This is a dumb reach, grab and go signature, a handsome, sharp, warm, woody signature that just works all year round, day and night. I think for the price, again, 20 to 25 pounds, incredible, much better value than its price tag. I really definitely recommend this. It's a sexy DNA in general, CH Men, and this is a fantastic clone that actually might be the original in some ways. And lastly, Oud for Honor and Glory by Latafa. I wore this yesterday. This is pineapple creme brulee, some cinnamon, woody notes in here, and a hint of vanilla, all beautifully balanced, so it's never too cloying. Again, this is a signature material. You can wear it pretty much all year round. 8 hours longevity with a medium projection. It just smells super unique, unisex, and really creative. And it never really smells harsh, cheap, or synthetic. For its price tag, again, just punches way above that price tag. It's really impressive. A very happy recent discovery of myself, so I keep talking about it on the channel all the time, guys. Maybe I'll stop one day, but for this year, it's the year of honor and glory, so definitely check this fragrance out if you guys haven't already. And that concludes this video, guys. What is your #1 fragrance that you're looking forward to wearing the most this autumn/fall? Let us know in the comments down below, guys. And thank you again to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Make sure you guys check them out in the video description as well. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to check out our recent winter fragrances that I think work great in the summertime, which have some autumn-esque suggestions in there. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.